tells you that the hardest part of engineering is not about you figuring out how the system works, but it's about you figuring out how to not lose your mind in the process. I wish someone had handed me this list since day one. It would have saved me hours of stress and late night panics. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Daniela Oparieyim, and today we'll be delving into 10 things I wish I had known before entering university. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe as well. You know, I can't do this without my diary, so I have everything listed down here, and I wish someone had indeed listed this or given me this list before I'd entered the university. It would have saved me hundreds of stress, hundreds of late night panics and everything. So the first on this list is focus on concepts and practicality. Let me give you a scenario. Back when I was in secondary high school, right, we used to cram papers and past questions the night before our main exams. But university, I realized it is not like that. If you plan on moving that way, you would run at a big and huge loss, because lecturers and examiners want to test how well you get the concepts and understand some of the theoretical and practical things that are being taught. University is mostly about the why behind what you're doing. So you realize that exams that you would be given, depending on the lecturer, is testing how well you understand the concept behind the physics of engineering and how you understand how the systems works as well. So if you are trying to do textbook things and you think you'd be able to cram within 3 hours before your paper, you would fail. Okay, when you focus on the why behind what you are being taught, mind you, the marks will automatically flow because you understand the concept, you understand the formulas, and you really do understand what you are doing. With that being said, someone would ask, after I'm done understanding the concept behind what I'm learning, what is next? This draws me back to what I have on the list, number two. Number two says consistency from day one. I don't know if someone has told you, but my mom did tell me, and when I was in secondary high school, my teachers used to say it very often that when you come to university, it is very easy because what you are taught in first semester, you won't be taught the same thing in second semester. So what I'm trying to say is, what the lecturers teach you in first semester, in second semester you are taught different courses, so you will never use what you are taught in first semester. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But then engineering is built on blocks, gradual blocks, and what you are taught from day one, you are going to use this through your academics till you reach the final semester in the university. So don't ever throw your books away, don't throw whatever that you've been taught. That's what I mean by consistency from day one. Don't leave your books and learning material, learning resources piled up and think you can cram everything 3 hours before your paper. It doesn't work that way, girl. So you can leave an hour or 30 minutes or even less than that. You can reserve 45 minutes a day to review the courses that lecturers have taught you throughout the day, and you'd be fine instead of waiting 30 minutes before the paper to cram everything. Don't do that. Number three on the list is don't just attend, ask questions. I'll tell you a secret and what I mostly do that has helped me from first semester through to my second year in the university offering engineering. Mostly when I don't get something, I'm a very shy person. I'm sorry, I'm not shy. But when I don't understand something, I would prefer going to the lecturer's office or to the teaching assistants, their office, to seek further clarifications. The thing about university is the lecturers, you won't get all of your lecturers teaching you into details. Most of them come there to just lecture like it goes and then leave it as it is. It's up to you to do more research on what you've been taught, and that is it. But then if you don't get what the lecturer said in class, you have the absolute right to raise your hand and ask a question. You know, mostly students are afraid that their friends will laugh at them, or they will probably make a mistake and everybody would laugh or mock them, so they're afraid to ask questions. In engineering, please don't do that. If you don't understand something, write down your question after class. You can see them privately and ask a question. or better still, you can ask it in class, because most of your fellow colleagues are as confused as you are. So there's no shame in you standing up to ask questions that you don't understand. Shy, it is natural, and others are as confused as you are. So what's the point? The next thing too is start the practical skills early. Okay, don't wait till your course demands that from you before you start. Regardless of your major, I major in telecommunications engineering, and we deal more with analog and digital communications, right? But then providing you do civil engineering, computer engineering, mechanical engineering, you have done research about the course you are coming to read before delving into it, right? So you know that you would use AutoCAD, you would use Python, MATLAB, C++, or C++. If you know this, start learning how to code it, start learning how to use it. Have the softwares already downloaded, because some of the softwares are very complicated. Providing you are doing telecommunication, so you know that during electronics club, you'd have to use Multisim or KiCad to have basic knowledge on it before the lectures even come to class. And if you do this, it puts you at an upper hand than your other colleagues. Okay, so know how to code, know how to do a little of everything before your course demands that from you, and then you have to cram everything. You have to, fast forward, go to the umbrella boys and be asking them, so how do we do this? But then even if you're a girl or you were a guy, you know your way around things, so it won't be so difficult, right? And also another thing that is point 5 is build good friends and good network. In university, don't try to do solo degree. Okay, that I feel better learning by myself kind of thing really doesn't work here. Mind you, you are in engineering field, you do more of maths and more of systems, so you really need people around you to help you, especially guys or females that have in-depth knowledge about a particular course. So find yourself in groups that teaches you to learn, that helps you to grow. Build yourself around people that helps you to learn from your mistakes, and friends that help you with your academic work. Accountable to each other, treat each other well, because you never know when and where you would meet someone or a classmate in the industry. Mind you, the telecommunication engineering students that you're in the same class with, offering the same course, are the same people you are going to meet later in life in the industry level, okay, or even in academia. So treat each other with accountability and with all maximum respect, okay? And you will thank me later. But with that being said, don't forget to subscribe. It means so much to me. The next thing is master time management. I know people say it all the time and people say it very often, but if you don't master your time will master you. Mind you, this is a university you are in, right? You have the freedom and free will to do whatever that you like. You can decide to attend lectures or not, and nobody will really hold you accountable. But at the end of the day, you know the reason why you came to the university, the reason why you are schooling, you know the bigger picture you have in mind. If you don't manage your time well, if you don't have a calendar or something scheduled out that tells you when to do this and at what particular time to do it, you would burn out so easily. You would be stressed and frustrated, because within a twinkle of an eye, you realize you have exams, you have midterm, and you've not done anything. You've not probably hung out with your friends like you had planned you would. You've not learned like you had thought you would. Plan your time. Time management is very crucial. With that being said, you can go to your academic supervisor to help you structure your time very well, and they would be honored to do that for you, okay? So make use of your academic supervisors that you have around. Number 7 is say yes to opportunities. Now let me narrow that down for you. Your CWA or GPA will get looked at because your CV is really good, but what will make you stand out from the rest is your experience. Now, when it comes to the university, there are various organizations around. We have tech hackathons that are being held gradually as time goes by. Find yourself, make yourself useful, be attending them, learning from them, gain the experience, and that would also make your CV or your resume look very nice, okay? These experiences build your confidence, your leadership skills, and it makes you stand out from the lot. Also, one thing I would like to talk about, which is number 8 on the list, is emotional resilience. When you come to the university, the stress is so much, and at times fear and anxiety comes in. At some point, you perform poorly on a test or on practical labs that you'll be attending, and it would probably be a blow to your intelligence, right? That is the point where you need counselors to come in, you need friends to come in, and then you confide in someone so that they help you either academically or emotionally. Okay. On number 9, we say that prioritize hands-on projects. So always connect the theoretical part of whatever you are learning to the outside and real world. What you are learning, how do you relate to it with the outside world? How do you understand how systems work in the real world? So start building small projects with the little coding skills that you have. Start working on something. You can create a game, you can create an alarm using Python. You can, I remember in first year, my group and I recreated a chatbot, and it was so nice. And recently in my digital class as well, we created a system where people living in the village can contact medical help using their phone, and it's so exciting. So create small projects, and that would help you know how your course is. Number 10 is so important. Never give up. Keep the big picture here. Know why you came, regardless of what may happen along the way, regardless of how much you are going to feel, you rise up again. Know what at the end of the day you want. Know how much work your parents, your guardians are putting into this. Know how much work you yourself, because at the end of the day, it's all about you. Know how much work you are putting in, what you are striving towards, what you want to get at the end of the day. So in tough times, seek help. Keep reminding yourself, get mentors, keep reminding yourself why you chose this path and why you are doing this. Okay. And at the end of the day, your hard work is going to pay out. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would be an engineer or read engineering, and it's so exciting if I tell you how much work I have to put in, and it's not an easy task. The expectation is so high, but with God on our side, with prayer, you know we are going to succeed. Just like I'm able to do it, know that you will be able to do it as well. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to see more contents like this in the coming weeks and months. Also know that God cares for you, God loves you, and I love you as well. So until next time, see you in my next video. Bye.